A lot of owners and breeders on the show this week, so I'm really happy to be joined by Bret Jones, who's obviously represented with Publisher and Chunk of Gold. We'll start with Chunk of Gold because this has just been such an interesting story. He sold for a very small price, but you guys obviously bred him. From your perspective or your story, what was kind of the backstory with this horse and raising him and breeding him?
The backstory is those guys were a lot smarter than we were. They bought a Kentucky Derby starter for money that you're not supposed to be able to do that with, and a big part of that is the job Ethan West has done. The colt is obviously a cool colt. He's a talented horse, but Ethan, the way that he's brought him here, developed him, and the way he's handled himself has been pretty awesome to watch.
And what was the story behind Publisher? You are still in on the ownership a little bit, is that correct? We
are. We loved him. It's a very opposite end of the spectrum. He was what we thought our best yearling that year, so much so that we took him to the Saratoga sale, which we hadn't done in a very long time, to try to show him off. And when we sold him to Gus King and Ron Moquette, who was working with Gus at the time. And we loved the horse so much, we asked if we could stay in, and Gus was incredible. Let us stay in, and a few years later, here we are. It's amazing. They don't always work out like that, but this one sure did.
I love how you said a few years later, here we are. And I want you to speak to the breeding operation that you guys have and just all that goes into it, especially this time of year. It's a busy time of year at the farm. You're juggling that, you're juggling here, and you're also waiting on horses. 3 years, maybe, minimal. Tell me how much work and time goes into that.
Well, everyone needs to go out to the farms to see it themselves and see the hours that the team at Airdrie put in, everybody working the barns, everybody that's foaled this mare, raised this baby, prepped these yearlings. I mean, it's miraculous how many hands are on a horse by the time that they get into the Kentucky Derby starting gate. So this time of year is the greatest. It is the busiest, but it's the best kind of busy and an amazing time to be in Central Kentucky.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, Gabby. Thank you.